Hi there guys, it's me Rogue again. Now, for the past couple of days you've probably seen me posting a few what sort of questions of what space game should I go for next, and I looked through the options and thank you for all your suggestions. There's some quite interesting ones, of course. Obviously the biggest one at the moment is obviously Star Citizen, and yeah, I have already kind of backed it. Trouble is that what I found out in the past couple of days is that it's not going to be due into 2016, I think. So that means at least all of next year we're not going to see it, and then I think the year after it's about the end of something, but that's only at the moment. I think originally it was due out the end of this year, so that's why I'm going to have to look for something now. I did look at, what was it, Limit Theory? Forgot the name of it. LT, I know it's for short. And that looked very interesting to me. The only thing that kind of put me off a little bit was that it was suggested, or Josh was suggesting, everything was procedurally made. So maybe I've got it wrong, but it was kind of suggesting even the ships, and to me it kind of a little bit too random. I mean, it's good and all that lot, but I do like the online. I know the online part of Space Sims has been either liked by some or hated by others. For me, I enjoy online, quite honestly, because a lot of the games I play have been online. For example, Guild Wars. I mean, if that was single player, I would not get the same experience out of it at all. So for me, I like online, and in a space sim, I think if it's done well, it can be done really well, and it can really aid to the game. An example is that if the place isn't too populated with human players, you might just fly around and come across somebody, and they might be in the middle of a battle, or they might be needing help for some reason, and just this randomness of event comes up, which you wouldn't get if you was just doing the standard offline games usually. I mean, I tried in previous mods for X3, AP, doing a random event generator, and it helps, but you never get the full randomness of what human players do, because there's just times that you can't believe it. Like, you might, like I've been trying just recently, trying to land on something. I ended up blowing myself up trying to land, and that would not happen in a computer player. So for me, it makes it a full of experience. I think that's the way to say. So I have looked at the options, and I decided to go for the Elite. For me, I know it's beta stage at the moment, but I don't have so much of a problem with that. I know that your progress may get wiped, that there's bugs obviously, and there's possibly content not there, but it's kind of what I've been used to. And after Rebirth, I mean, you kind of set up for anything, to be honest. So first thing I would say on this is that the controls have been a little bit of a nightmare for me. I mean, some people saying they're great, some not, but to me, when you look through this menu, that is a lot of different things to set up. You can see all that lot. Most of them are all got kind of hotkeys set to them. I did try with a keyboard and mouse, and I didn't get on with them too well. So I tried the Xbox 360 controller, and I'm not getting on too badly with it. I'd say I'm not very good at fighting on it at the moment, but the general navigation seems to be okay. So for now, I'm going to stick with the Xbox controller until I can get something a bit better. I don't use joysticks, so just throw it there. Other than that, once you get used to the controls, you get a much more easier. Now, the first thing, I mean, when you first start, I would suggest you look at the combat scenarios. These are sort of like little tutorials, and it give you a sort of idea. I mean, the first one's just destroying some drones. That's destroying an easy ship, and then they get progressively harder. So I suggest you look at that before going online. Now, this is the main thing for me, is that suddenly you can actually join a universe with real other players. And for a long time, I know in the X series, people have been asking that for a long time. Will it be online? And Egosoft just ignored them. But with this is online. This, for me, is the biggest point. I mean, at the moment it seems to take a bit of time to get loaded. Not too sure what it's doing, but I think that's a Cobra Mark III. See, another reason why I chose Elite was because it's a series also that I used to play right back. I mean, it was probably some of the very first games I used to play. I mean, I didn't go back to the BBC era because that was a little bit out of my kind of time zone, but I did pick it up on the PC. And it was alright, and I did play it a bit, but it got a bit limited. Then Frontier 2, what was it, Elite 2, obviously, that was the one I kind of played a lot, and I really got into that one. And then afterwards, First Encounters, which I left for a while because there was a lot of problems with it apparently, and then when I came to it, it was all patched up, and I sort of, well, what was all that about? So it's Elite for me is a game that I've played a long time, and it's nice to come back to it finally. Now, the first thing you need is the HUD. For me, the HUD's, some of it's standard, some of it's a bit confusing. I mean, obviously you've got two top menus at the right hand side, which is comms and information, just general stuff. On the bottom side you've got some information and where your target is. In the middle is where I am, I've actually landed. And then the little circle to the right, just off centre, it's got a little yellow dot. That is where you're targeting. So if you look on target, that's where you're aiming towards it. Then obviously the ship is yours with the hull. You've got your powers where you can divert to different subsystems, so you can put more energy to systems, your engines, or your weapons. And above them is the energy of that particular system. So if you put more energy in, it should go up faster. I don't know the full ins and out at the moment, but that gives you some idea. And then you've got the reset at the bottom, and then on the right hand side, just down the bottom, it's you just got your fuel level, and then it gives you some status, which is saying I'm mass locked, which means I can't use the setter drive, so to speak. And then the landing gear's down because I'm landed. There is a cargo scoop, but I haven't really worked out what that does at the moment. On the left side you've got another panel here, and it's just navigational stuff. So it's a way of doing a sort of what's around me locally. And you can check through your missions and what's around here. Is there any human people here? Don't know. That must be a real person. Do a little. So I haven't really got to grips at the moment with other people and how to talk with them, and oh, that person's wanted. So I've only really picked this game up for what, an hour or two, and I've made one successful run with picking up a mission and off, so I'm no expert at this whatsoever. Where should we do? Let's have a look at see, unlike the other games, we have this sort of talk to station to see what they've got, which is the Starport services. In here we can buy things, repair stuff, check for missions, trade. That's one thing that seems to be a lot better to me, is that you just go down, select what you want and kind of buy it. You know, sort of getting another ship and hiring this and all, none of that rubbish. You can just look through. I'm not totally, of course, knowing what all this means at the moment. Obviously, I'm guessing supply, if low and demand's high, the price is going to be high and so forth, but I haven't really got to grips with what trading is at the moment, but it's there. What else we got? Outfitting is like putting new weapons on and stuff. So we got sort of hard points and things, which again I'm not too experienced with, but gives you an idea. Shipyard is going to buy new ships, obviously. And what else we got? Not much else at the moment. Let's come out of this. So, hang on, no, sorry. Let's go and check to see if there's any missions available. Sort of like the old style bulletin board system we used to see in the previous X, which Egosoft decided to remove. So, I don't think there's anything here I can actually do. So, let's just get out of here. Right, let's launch.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
And not bash the ship in. So let's... Oh, what was that? Let's get the landing gear out. I think. There we go. And let's leave the station. So we got out of the station. Don't know who that was, but let's get a little bit away because we don't want to get in the way of the doors. There's other people here. It's kind of a thing you don't expect. Well, it's kind of not a nice thing waiting by the door whilst there's other people trying to get in. So, am I out of the way? Not really. Let's try and get a bit out of the way. So, let's have a look and go somewhere. Right, so let's have a look at our navigation. See the galaxy map at the moment. Apparently all this is going to be mostly accessible, so for people who are thinking, well, I'm going to see, it's online, it's going to be loads of people everywhere. The map is absolutely huge, so I doubt you're going to see too many people unless you want to. So I think this map as well, that you see these lines on here, I think that's the sort of places you've got to go in order to reach somewhere else. So if you wanted to go to this place down here, say that one, you might have to go from there to there and then down to there. So where am I? I'm over here. So let's have a look at LP 8732. It sounds exciting. So extraction allegiance. Let's have a look over there. So let's get up to speed. So we're away from the station, because you can see it at the bottom right hand side. It says it's mass locked, which means you can't really use your so-called jump drive. So let's get away from it. Getting away. Just put a little bit more power on the engine. Right, now Where were we? Here, this is LP here. So now we use. Let's have a look. Where is it? LP temporary. Yeah, there it is. Engage hyperdrive because we're looking at.
Drive charging.
Hyperdrive is a bit like warp drive. Basically, it gets you in the vicinity. So unlike rebirth and all that lot, you're not kind of limited by fixed highways. Sort of made you go a confirmed sort of way, sort of stripped out freedom. Whereas this, you can kind of point the ship anywhere and just sort of go in that area. So here we go, and we're out in the middle of nowhere. So getting a bit near the sun. We need to work out where to go. Nice if we can find a station to go and land on. Let me just complete this. Is that it? I think that's a station. So if we lock and super cruise.
Drive charging.
Now you see the little radar thing just to the right of the centre. It's got a green, a blue thing. That's where we're heading. So we head that way and accelerate.
4, 3, 2,
this is the kind of like setting right. So we're going really fast. There we go. So I took a bit of time to get used to, of course, and the thing down on the left-hand side's changed. It's telling us basically this thing we're going towards, which is Starport. This is before we can sort of start our CETA, so we've got to stop a certain point, and I've gone flying past it. Now you see the green, I keep getting green, the two blue things, distance and speed, our lines have got to be in that, so I've obviously gone too fast here because I wasn't paying attention. Let's get a bit closer. I do find with the controls, quite a lot of the times, I'm used to just going left and right, and this Elite obviously has got a kind of quirky thing in a way, because you keep banking left and right and going up and down. So it does to me feel a bit strange after playing the X series, but I'm sure I'll get used to it because it's kind of an old heritage thing to be like that. Elite's been around a long time. So you can see my bars down on the left hand side. I'm a bit far out and I'm going a bit fast at the moment, but it shouldn't be a problem. Let's try and get a little bit faster. Don't know why the impact's coming up from. We locked on. So let's have a look. Starport. I mean, one thing I've seen a bit of as well is there seems to be unidentified radio signals, and when you come across them, there can be sort of random events, and they allow you to sort of, you can find fights there, you can find, I think, cargo and stuff like that, and it's just a random sort of event thing. So I haven't really come across a lot apart from fighting at the moment, but as I said, I'm really kind of new to all this, so nearly there. Okay, we're there, so if we stop it now, we should come out right next to it. Hopefully. I've noticed that a bit as well, when you kind of stop it, it goes and freezes for a bit. Hopefully it won't do it too long, but I think this is down to beta at the moment. I'm sure this will get a lot better soon. Right, there we go. Found the station. So, 20 kilometres away. I'm just hoping the land doesn't bug, because quite a few times I've had the landing bug on me, which means you can't actually land. The only solution I've found so far is to basically go out the station and get completely away from it, and then come back. So, I think the door's down here. I mean, this is just a brief look at it, because, to be honest, I am very new to all this, and I've probably got quite a few things wrong. I'm sure I'll get things better. I mean, just in the first hour or so, I've gone from smashing into a door to actually flying landing. So, which way is this door? Looks like it's on the left. I'm going quicker. Eight kilometres. Nearly there. Looks like I've got the right way. The doors always seem to be where the station spins round on, so the door won't go pitching really far from you. It will kind of spin, slow down a little bit quicker. Now let's see if we can land. There's somebody else probably trying. So I think we come over here. Contacts, Freeport, request landing.
Request granted.
Yeah, that's good. So you can see at the bottom we're granted permission. We've got to go to pad 42, and we've got about 10 minutes to get there. Shouldn't take me that long, hopefully, but let's see. Somebody else going in. I don't know if you can smash into these wires, by the way, but I'll probably find out sooner or later. Why are you going so bloody slow? Thank you. Could you get out of the way? Thank you. Okay. Pad 42. Here we go. Hopefully it will work this time. And I won't smash up. So where am I? There.
Warning, landing gear not deployed.
Yep. Okay, has it?
Warning, landing gear not deployed.
No, I'm trying to square up a bit. She's not working too well. But not the best landing I've done, but never mind. Let's try and stop and square this up a bit. Definitely not the best landing. See, in the middle I've got to try and get that little dot. Not moving right, am I? Gonna have to turn the ship. Jeez, I'm making a... Maybe I might need 10 minutes on this. Still getting used to things when we're going forward. Right, now hopefully we should just have to swing around and then just land, hopefully. Hopefully that's kind of it. So let's try. Oops, didn't want them. Is it gonna land? Is it gonna land? Is it gonna land? No, it's not. Don't think it is. I think it's bugged this time. Try again, but yeah, it's bugged. The trouble with a beta version is you get problems, but that should have landed really. Guess I've done the guns problem. I don't think they were though. I think somewhere said that you should land towards the tower, but just check, make sure I haven't gone the wrong way around. Could try it this way because that's facing the door that way.
Warning, landing gear not deployed.
Try the other way around. Where is this landing pad now? Right, let's try looking the other way then. To me it's kind of a bit backwards, but maybe this is what I'm doing wrong. Don't think it will. No. Seems to be one of the biggest problems at the moment for me is this landing. I've looked on the net and it seems to suggest it's a bug at the moment, and sometimes it will land, sometimes it won't. It just happened to do it whilst I was recording, which is kind of a bit thing.
Docking successful.
Done it now.
Engines disengaged.
Okay, well, anyway, that's landed. And we're at somewhere else, so we managed to get somewhere else. I know I haven't really made much money or do anything, but to me, it's just getting around the so-called universe is a good start. It seems alright, to be honest, and it's going to take some time getting used to. Definitely, I mean, it's also, there isn't... It does seem to be a little bit quiet at the moment with online players. Can't see anybody. Let's have a look. Don't think that was the one I wanted. Just try that one. Hang on, this might have been that one. See, there's some few ships here. I think if it just says the same name, I don't think it's actually a real person. I think it's just a NPC. Seems to be NPCs here. So yeah, and it's another thing is like other games and that, you can target individual subsystems. I don't know how good that is in that, because like I said, at the moment I've been leaving the combat alone. I've been more just looking around and flying about, because that's kind of a major point to me. But that's just a sort of quick look at it, and to say, well, it looks interesting. It's definitely better than Rebirth. It doesn't take much, and it should be interesting, definitely. I know it's in beta, so you've got to be a bit forgiving, and hopefully that should be a good game, really, and at least it's something to play whilst we wait for Star Citizen and that, because I don't think we're going to see that for quite a while anyway. Well, thanks for listening, guys, and take care and have fun.